Google's Pixel smartphones revolutionized smartphone photography thanks to their computational prowess. The Pixel 2 showed how capable a single lens is, especially with regards to portrait mode, when brands were adding 2, 3, or even 4 cameras on the smartphones. And then came the Pixel 3 with night sight, which was again game changing. However, given that Pixels were flagships, they also came with flagship price tags, so this insane camera tech was not accessible to everyone. Enter Pixel 3a with essentially the same camera hardware and software as the Pixel 3, but with the rest of the specs toned down to achieve a starting price of $399. It was still priced considerably higher here in India, but given that it's been a while since the phone has come out, you can get it for $299 now in the US, with the XL which we have here coming in at $379. If you're in India, the Pixel 3a starts from $30,000, which is very steep, but you can score a good deal on a used one. But the question is, should you in 2020? Let's find out. Given that we've raved so much about the cameras, let's actually begin by talking about them. The rear camera captures a great amount of detail with the perfect balance of highlights and shadows. The colors pop out and look pleasing to the eye. Portrait mode shots look amazing, probably the best on any phone, and Night Sight 2 does a great job in reducing noise in low light situations. However, at times, images take a second or two extra to process, especially if it's in portrait mode or night sight. Also, while stills are excellent, the Pixel 3a isn't the best phone for shooting videos that loses focus and keeps hunting for it often. Let the pictures do the talking now. The reason images take an extra second or two to process is due to the Snapdragon 670 chip under the hood. This chipset is both old and underpowered, and as a result, the performance on the Pixel 3a takes a hit. The UI is complete stock, which makes the experience fluidic, but you will still encounter minor stutters while using the phone. After all, there's only little that software optimization can do. If you play games like PUBG or COD, look elsewhere. Since it's a Pixel, you can expect the software to stay relevant for at least another year, given that it came with Android 9 Pie and has been updated to Android 10. What's not relevant in 2020 though is the Pixel 3a's design. The front has chunky bezels and the back is plastic, although it feels good to hold. The phone is quite lightweight though, and it still retains a 3.5mm headphone jack. The buttons for some reason are kinda hard to press, and speaking about press, you can squeeze the sides of the 3a in order to activate Google Assistant. The display itself is nice and saturated, being an AMOLED panel, and you also get always on display. OnePlus, take note. Battery life isn't a strong point of the Pixel 3a, and on the XL variant we have here, you can expect about 4 hours of screen on time with always on display enabled. The support for 18W USB PD with the supplied charger. The most important question, of course, is who should get the Pixel 3a in 2020? If you're into photography and you want a capable camera that fits in your pocket because you can't carry around your DSLR everywhere, the Pixel 3a is for you. If you're a beginner in photography and cannot afford a dedicated camera, the Pixel 3a is for you. If you click a lot of selfies or portraits for professional purposes, the Pixel 3a is for you. For everyone else, there are phones out there that provide much better value. You would be better off with one of those. If you liked what you just saw, make sure you hit thumbs up and leave a comment below if you have any questions or queries. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.